Hello folks, and welcome to another Richard Head Longbows video. You join us here in the bowyer's workshop, where we've got a little thing to look at, something interesting, which you probably guess what it is because it's in the title of this video. Before we get into that, I must point out that we aren't being paid for this. These thoughts and opinions of this particular object are our own, and we've just been sent this for the purposes of review. What is it we've been sent?
What have we got? It says on the box it's a spotting scope. Until we open the box, we're never really very sure what's in it. Could be anything in it, but hopefully,
what is a spotting scope?
It's a spotting scope.
What is that?
As far as archery is concerned, I mean, Olympic archery, you are allowed binoculars or a spotting scope to look at the target to see where your arrows have landed, which is useful for adjusting a sight. Now, when I was shooting Olympic style in competitions years ago, most people just had a pair of binoculars hung around their neck or clipped onto their belt. So you had to pick them up, where's the target, find the target, make sure you're homed in on the target to see where your arrows were.
Find it each time, and
well, you had to lift it up and put it down. So you had that hung around your neck, not all that convenient really. But nowadays, if you look at a modern target line, you'll see tripods and a spotting scope on them. So you can line the scope up. Because it's got an angled eyepiece, hopefully this one has, then you just look in it, see where your arrows are, and off you go with your next arrow. So it's more convenient.
It could be a long way away, you know, with the human eye, you can't necessarily see
exactly. No, unless you've got very good eyesight. But with 4 people shooting on a target, you've got lots of arrows on the target, not quite sure where yours have gone, particularly at longer distances. A scope like this, which we'll home in and we'll test it later on and see how it works. You can see the arrows in the target and adjust your sight as necessary, which is good.
A useful tool then.
So what have we got?
Let's have a look. Well, this is the model that I think we're saying it right. I think it's SVBONY or SVBONY or SVBONY. We're not sure how you say it. I apologise to the company that sent us this.
So this is the SV28, is that
SV28. Right? They do lots of different models, and out of interest, we did actually do an incomplete review.
We did,
which we'd finished, of a previous model which they no longer sell. So I apologise to SVBONY. That's why this one's taken so long. We've already done this once, but on a completely different model.
And scrapped it.
And we had to change it because they brought out a new model. I believe this is the piece for connecting it up to your mobile phone. This is, I think, what's new with this model. So you can put your mobile phone into this clamp, which we'll do in a bit, which will then actually connects the lens up to the eyepiece, which means you've got a larger viewing screen to be able to see what you're doing.
Yeah, that's handy, isn't it?
And also you could record what you're doing to be able to look at later on. So we'll look forward to trying that out. What else have we got in here? I assume that's a mini tripod of some sort.
For very short people, is it?
It's either for short people
or babies,
or perhaps for putting on a sort of
junior one,
desktop or similar.
So,
but quite handy. That's nice. I wasn't expecting that, so that's a bonus.
That's a useful bit.
What else have we got in here? That's the box for the mobile phone mount. Oh, it comes in a nice bag.
Yeah, that's it. Box empty.
There we go. Have we got some instructions? I hope so. I don't know what that is.
It's nice, so it's nice velvet.
Whatever it is.
Yeah, I like that, and it's got some Velcro on it, that's useful.
Here we go, here's the instructions. Okay, if you want to get the rest of that out, I'll let people know what we've got in here. Okay. Wow. Okay, so it's got an eyepiece with an eye cup. Now the eye cup is actually, you can fold that back, so you don't have to be using that if you don't want to use the eye cup. So we've got a magnification wheel at one end, so you can magnify at that end. You've got a focus wheel as well.
Does that come off?
For fine focus. I think you must pull that off. Is that the cap, or is it unscrewed?
Unscrews.
Oh, unscrewed.
Unscrews.
Ah, so it's got a screw-on cap to protect the end.
Protects your lens. That's right.
Okay. And I believe, unless it's a separate piece. Oh, it does come with a cleaning cloth as well, which is always handy.
And that's another lens.
So that's the protective of the I see. Okay, there we are. So yeah, so it's got a tripod mount underneath. There we are. So that'll go on your standard tripod, much like the one that this camera's on now. So that's got the standard tripod mount. I think that's for, is that for focusing, or is that for altering the, I'm not sure now. Oh, it's a sunshade. There we are. That'll teach me to look at the instructions before telling people what I think it is. So it's actually got a retractable sunshade, so it protects from any glare depending on where you are. So yeah, so you've got
focusing there,
zoom and focus,
and that's, I think it's a 70mm
lens.
That's
what this one is.
And magnification 25 to 75.
25 to 75. Right, there we are. And I thought this eyepiece peeled back so you can get it out of the way, but this one,
I think it does.
Does it?
I think it will do.
I'm just going to make a little bit of an edit here and interrupt myself. We didn't realise this till much later on after filming, that if you do actually fold this eyepiece back, it makes for a much better fit when putting your phone camera against the eyepiece, and you'll get much better footage than we actually did when making this film. I hope that tip helps, and don't forget to do that, and obviously once you're done, don't forget to pop that back, and then you can use your eye against that as normal. Oh yeah, it does.
It does.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. Okay, so that does move out of the way. Okay.
And that's, what's that for?
I think that's the fine focus.
Yeah.
On there.
Okay, so you roughly get it focused here, then you can finally
get
it
fine
just right.
Focus. Okay.
And it seems, you know, quite a nice. It doesn't seem a cheap plastic thing.
No, it's quite,
quality looks good.
Yeah, no, it does seem to be. We'll have to work out how this works, and yeah, see what happens. We'll take it outside. We'll measure out as far as we can here in our garden, as far as distance-wise as we can, and we'll test it out with the mobile phone.
Yeah.
And yeah, so we'll see you outside.
Good. We brought the spotting scope out. We've mounted it on a tripod. We've fixed our mobile phone to it with the attachment that comes with the unit, and we've put out a target 50 yards away. Look through the lens without the camera on, without the mobile phone on. You can look through the lens, home in on the target, and then you can zoom in right onto the gold if you want to, or look at the whole target. The way we've got the mobile phone set at the moment, we're looking at virtually the whole of the target, right out to the white. You can touch the mobile phone, zoom in yourself, or we can just revolve it, which turns the focusing attachment, and that would focus in, zoom in on the center of the target, and then use the fine adjustment here to get that focus right. But if you're just having a quick look, see where your arrows are gone, then you can touch the phone, enlarge it, and you're away. Or you don't have to have the phone on at all, of course, and you just look down the eyepiece to see the target. The phone is just an extra nicety if you want to use that to record what you're doing. Well, there we are, folks. I think it actually works rather well.
Pretty good. Yeah, it's actually pretty good. It's fairly lightweight but robust at the same time. I really like the inclusion of the mount here for your mobile phone. That makes it a lot easier than trying to just look down it through with your eye, particularly if you are someone who uses glasses. With obviously you've got a large screen on your phone.
Yeah,
you can obviously still look at it then with your glasses. It's
and when you get that 6 gold end, you can take a picture,
take a nice photo
straight away. No messing around.
Yeah, you can prove to your friends that you did manage a 6 gold end. The instructions for the mount are a little general. There isn't really a diagram specifically showing it attached to the sort of lens cap area, but I think once you've worked, and hopefully we've showed it a bit clearer in the video.
Yeah, we had to swivel it a bit to get the camera lens in the centre.
You've got to make sure the lens is pointing directly at the centre of the eyepiece. So there's a bit of fiddling, but it probably took us a couple of minutes.
Oh yeah,
it wasn't long. But once it's on there, then it's fine. And I say it works really well, and it's just much easier than trying to use it in the traditional way. It is pretty useful. It actually says it's waterproof. We've got no way of testing that, but it says that it is. A nice inclusion that it comes with a stand. Again, we weren't expecting it to come with a stand, so like we've got it here, you could use it on a tabletop surface much as we're using here. We aren't experts in spotting scopes or telescopes in general, which you could probably tell, so we will put all the technical specifications in the description box below. And obviously again the link to SVBONY or BONY, who are obviously selling these items, so if you'd like to go there, obviously they'll have all the information, and a massive range. It isn't just this spotting scope that they do telescopes for looking at the stars and what have you as well.
Yeah, but I mean, this is a pretty inexpensive, pretty good quality actually. Scope. You can use it for bird watching, all sorts of stuff. It's not limited to spotting on a target. So, if you're a bird watcher, whatever, you can have this. Comes in, we showed right at the beginning, a handy bag with a strap. Great. Yeah.
As I say, it's got everything you want really, and as Richard said, value-wise, I'm not sure you could beat it particularly. As I say, the coup de grace, the thing that really sells it for me, is to being able to do this with it. It really changes it, particularly for sport, where, as Richard said at the beginning, you don't want to have to keep looking down, whereas with this you could have it just there and you'll be able to see straight away, and you could also obviously zoom in with your camera as well anyway and make the screen that much bigger. So all in all, a pretty useful item. As I say, if you're interested, check them out. The description is in the link below. The link below is in the description box. That's the right way around. Where you, as I say, you can find all their details. Thank you to them again, SVBONY, for sending us this for the purposes of review. We're probably going to go off and use it now, strictly for archery purposes, and not checking what our neighbours are doing. So anyway, we hope you enjoyed that review, and we'll see you again soon.
Good.
Oh, and click on the like and subscribe and all those other things that are on the screen now. And happy viewing.